Welcome to Butts and Stuff, a barbecue podcast.
Where the topics are always random and they try to slip in a little barbecue.
Now, here's your pitmaster in the making, Chris.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Butts and Stuff podcast. I am your host, Chris, here with my co-host, Jazz.
Every time.
You splooged again, dude.
Gosh.
So we have a very special guest again, Mr. Will Zumwalt. Will, how are we doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Will is here to talk to us about the Altamont Fire Protection District barbecue competition coming up.
Yes.
So that's when was it? It's the next month, right? May?
June.
June
3rd.
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Now who's far off?
Yeah, I know. I'm way off.
Right. And you're competing in it.
I am. And Chris maybe. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I have a wedding that Friday night.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was tentatively set for May 20th, but then the graduation got set for the high school that day, so then we had to move it. And
Yeah, nobody needs to go to the graduation.
yeah.
So tell us about your barbecue competition.
All right. Yep. So, so what it is, of course, it's a fundraiser. What we're going to do is, so we're trying to get at no more than 15 teams. Right now, we have 4. We'd like basically what they're going to do is they're going to compete with barbecue ribs, baby back ribs, and pulled pork. Those are going to be the 2 categories, along with People's Choice. And with People's Choice, that's completely optional. I know I've got a lot of interest in that so far. So everyone basically we're supplying all the meat except for what anybody wants to bring for People's Choice. That's supply your own, basically a side dish or a meat that's not one of the main categories, like wings or thighs or burnt ends, stuff like that.
So it's anything you want to do.
Yes, correct. And then the people will judge at your table where you're or at your setup.
Okay.
So, so basically, they'll cook all the meat. They'll turn in. We got our judges, and then they'll all be placed first, second, and third, along with People's Choice as well. It'll be first, second, and third. And then while all that's going on, us firefighters will be in the bar for an hour at a time doing celebrity bartender. Basically, we'll be bartending for tips.
All right.
And yep. So that should be interesting. And then we also have a bags tournament going on. That's nothing anybody has to sign up for now. That's all a day of. And then the meal after that. Once all the judging's done, everyone's got their trophies and whatnot, and bragging rights, then we'll take all the food in, and we will serve it to the community. Everyone who comes, there's no cost. It's just a free will donation. And then following that, we got a band. The surviving members will be the band playing that night, and that's really pretty much it. Just a full day of events. All proceeds go to the purchase of and updating fire equipment and gear. We've really kind of turned the page on battery operated tools. They're a lot faster, safer, and opposed to hydraulics. Cords everywhere, eliminates tripping hazards.
Whole lot easier.
Those hydraulic tools are just a nightmare.
Yep. And we actually had a incident not too long ago. 2 guys were getting the hydraulic cutters set up, and another guy, he went and grabbed the electric cutters and walked right past them, and it easily shaved a minute and a half probably off of getting somebody out of their vehicle. So definitely time is of the essence in that.
Oh yeah.
In that scenario, and it definitely helps. It's the way to go, and it cuts down on costs as well. Maintenance, fuel, oils, all that stuff. So that's the route we're wanting to go, and That's what we're asking for. So we're hoping everybody can come out. It's our very first one. I know I'm hearing a little bit. People are unsure, it being our first one, but it's nothing big. It's not a big pro competition. Everybody's welcome. So definitely all your backyard barbecuers.
Yep, that's me.
Everyone.
Those are
Same here.
Those are the best competitions, though. When people, they're just getting started.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is how you get into it. I mean, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
So
This is where it's at. I started my first one at the ALS barbecue fundraiser.
and you
That
got
was my very
addicted,
first
didn't
one.
you?
So, yep, I did. I got third place and my very first one, and I was pretty happy. So
Good.
Oh yeah, so we always did the one in Effingham that goes on about the same day. I think the last couple of years it's been the same
Yeah, the
day.
Erdix.
Yeah,
Yep, there it is. Yep.
because everybody calls and asks me, "You want to do the ALS barbecue thing?" And I'm like, "I would, but
Not to brag or anything.
yeah." We're sitting in front of one of the trophies. Where's the other one? We need to get the other trophy in here.
Right.
So if people want to compete, how can they go about signing up?
Okay. So if you see any of our flyers, myself and Kent Stuckey's numbers are at the bottom of the flyer. That's one way you can contact us to submit your entry form. I can send you out the entry form and all the information. Or if you go to Facebook, search AFPD Barbecue Fundraiser. I created a group on there, so you can find everything in the featured posts is on there that you need to know. The entry form. There's also sponsors forms. We're still looking for sponsors. And let's see what else. We also made an event. It'll probably, if you go to Facebook events, I'm sure it's in there. But the quickest way is to either contact Kent Stuckey or I, or just go to our Facebook group.
All right, and if somebody wants to sponsor, it's just the same way, right? So want to be a sponsor, they just contact you.
Yep. And we've been out on foot. We went to almost every business. We're going to get out more in the next week between our work schedules and hit up a few more. We've got a lot. The community we have here in Altamont is great, and all the businesses so far have done well. We've got for instance, the VFW as a sponsor that, they're donating, they're hosting it, and we got their building and all
cool.
that. So, yep. So we'll be, but basically it all pays for everything.
And now is this all going to be in
happen.
Is this going to be in the parking lot there, or is it going to be in the field behind the VFW, or?
Pending on week of weather, if it stays dry that week, we might move it into the grass. We were talking about getting into the park a little bit. We're not for sure. Mainly right now, it is set up to be on the west side of the building.
Oh, okay.
So other than that, we're going to go. We got to go scope it out a little. Once it gets a little bit closer, we're going to try and see. Once we know, got a rough idea of how many teams we're going to have, we're going to go try and scope it out and see how we'll set up.
Okay.
And where everything's going to go.
How many teams you got signed up so far?
As of right now, we have 4 teams.
Oh, so we got to get some teams.
4 teams. I'll make number 5.
Yep, we got to make sure you can be there, and we're going to make you number 5.
Yeah, I may have to break away from a wedding. Oh darn!
Just sneak out.
Yeah.
Oh, dinner's over. I got to go to the bathroom. Just never come back.
Right. Yeah, and I know. Let's see. Trying to think.
Are you gonna have music playing during the day?
Yes. So I believe Jazz is going to lend his DJ equipment.
Little plug.
Just plugging myself there.
Right.
Yes, I'll be there.
Yep. And we'll get some music, and then we'll announce everything going on throughout the day. So yeah, it really should be a good time. I'm really hoping so. I'm really nervous. This is the first one I've ever put on, and
Hey, it can only go up from here.
Yep.
yeah,
You get the first one out of the way, and then you'll figure it. You'll sit back and go,
Yeah.
okay, we can change this. We can make this different, and whatever. And the next year it'll be a little better, and the year after it'll be a little better. And
Yep. We're hoping to make this a an annual. Well, it's our first annual one, so we're hoping to keep the momentum going and keep it going through the years.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, Will, I appreciate you taking some time to talk to us about this. And
oh yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate you guys letting me on.
yep.
So before you go, real quick question: what's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite, I would have to go with probably a brisket. That is, it's challenged.
Team
It's
brisket.
challenging, and it's I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm definitely not terrible at it.
Brisket's one of those things where you even think you did it all right. You just went through it, everything turned out right, and you get down at the end and you're like, crap, what did they do wrong?
It feels good. It looks good. And
Yep. You cut it up and you're like, man,
it is not good.
it's not tender enough. Yeah.
Yep, that happened to me last year at the second annual ALIS barbecue fundraiser. So
Yeah. I just did I didn't do a brisket, but I did the cheating way,
Yeah.
the chuck roast.
Chuck roast.
And I did it all the way through, and at the end I was like, man, it's really dry. Like, what did I do wrong?
Right.
I was like, I've never had one dry like this, but yeah, brisket's always a challenge.
yes, it is. So
All right, well, we'll let you go, and we'll look forward to this competition.
heck yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, no
Yep.
problem. We'll get the word spread for you.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Will.
No problem. Bye.
All right, guys. So be sure to go to AFPD Barbecue Fundraiser on Facebook to be able to find that, to sign up, to
Sponsor.
Be a
You want
sponsor.
Yeah, help us out. Help out the fire department.
yeah. So help out the fire department here. You know,
You know, good causes are for
we
a
have
good reason. You know?
one of our retired ones here.
I
I
take
heard
it. I take
BJ.
it
I saw
retired.
BJ. He just said he officially retired now
Yeah, well, he retired from the Altamont one
because he's out of district.
He's out of district now because he has to be closer to his
Yeah.
day job of being a firefighter. So
I don't know that family. It just runs in their blood.
it does. Every
Oh
one of
my
them.
Gosh.
Yep. It's I love doing the volunteer thing, and I just unfortunately you got to have the time to do it too. You got to
You
be
do.
available. That's,
You do.
and that's especially this day and age. We live in a small town. We don't have, the job opportunities aren't just flowing out of our tiny little
Right.
town. So we have to drive to other towns to work.
Right. And then
So that's what got me was
during
I'm
the day,
always
you can't
there.
even
and
do
then-
it.
Yeah, you're not there during the day, and then when you are home, like me, I had kids, and I was like, I can't be at both and go fight fires. Like
Yeah.
it was hard. So I loved it. I miss it sometimes.
It does. I mean, I did it in Oklahoma, not
Yep.
near as long as you did it, but I don't know. It's fun. You're really reaching out and helping.
Yep.
I know.
You always feel like you're doing something when you're going to save somebody's day. The best part of your day as a firefighter is the worst part of somebody else's day.
That is true.
And you're going there to try to help them. So
That is
that's
true.
That's the whole point. But anyway,
Anywho, so
back to some barbecue stuff.
guys, be sure to go check that out. Get out there and compete.
Yeah.
Like Will said, this is just a backyard competition. Get out there.
Yep.
Anywho,
It's just go for fun. I'm just, I'm in it for the experience. And I'm
Right.
also in it. I mean, you always want to win. I mean, that's the best part. But
yeah.
I mean, if I get last place, I get last place. I really don't care.
It's all about fun.
It's all about just being there and competing and, hanging out. And
That's right.
it's gonna be interesting trying to run music and microphones and trying
That's why
to trying to
you
cook
have
all
a
this.
sous chef.
That's why I have BJ. BJ is gonna be the one. And I'm gonna try. I gotta write all this stuff down about what times this, that, and the other, and we'll see.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, we'll see. See how it goes.
So you did a video. I mean, I understand the video was for your catering gig, but
Well, yeah,
it could have
wasn't-
been practice for this too.
It was practice. The biggest part was it's the outside temperature is what changed everything. I'm 100% convinced now that the outside temperature is what changed that entire cook because it took way longer than it should have, and I was like, I know they're good size, but I trimmed a lot off, and I
Right.
was like, it should only take 6.5, 7 hours. That's what I was figuring.
Right.
The one took like 9 hours, and I was like, is this thing ever gonna get to temp? Like,
So, speaking of that,
God.
had a listener reach out.
Oh,
Okay. Wants to do it'll be his first ever pork butt he's ever done.
Yeah.
So he's doing it for a family thing.
Yeah.
Wants to know how to go about doing it.
the biggest couple of things I could tell you is one, your trim. I mean, this is like the most controversial thing in pork
It is
butts.
because everyone has their own way of doing it.
Right.
So
I mean, I wouldn't say go and gouge it and just cut everything you can, but at the same time, like my preferred method is to cut the fat cap off.
and my preferred method, 1/8 inch. Leave it on there.
Yeah, just leave a little
it's just
bit.
Me. I
If
don't
you
know,
leave it on
general
there,
seasoning?
don't trim it off. Just at least trim like any kind of silver skin, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff that doesn't look right. You know,
Yeah.
your little red vein in that one spot. There's
Yeah.
always that one red vein in there. Try to trim that thing out.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to want that. You know, if you leave the fat cap on, score it.
My best advice was because I know what he's cooking on.
Mm-hmm.
250, hour 15 minute a pound.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 165, wrap it.
Yep.
That's
Yep. Don't let it go over 165 before you wrap it. My thing, and this is what I think I learned because we were talking. I mentioned the brisket, the chuck roast brisket. When I got let dry out.
We're gonna get back to
I am 100% not a fan of wrapping with butcher paper.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that is the only thing I wrap
I
with.
do not like it. I feel like every time I do it, it just dries it out.
I take that back. Ribs, I still wrap with foil, but
Yeah.
any beef, I wrap it with butcher paper.
I feel like it just dries it out. Like every time
Yeah.
I've done it, come out dry. And it's like,
Interesting.
so what I normally do, especially with a pork butt or anything like that, is
Right.
I will put it in an aluminum pan. Sorry, my earbud's falling out again. I gotta fix this
I have a
earbud.
thought process that I want to run by you on that.
On the what? On the earbud?
No.
Clean my ears? I don't know what you want me to do.
no. Okay, so aluminum pans. In
Yeah.
that video, I don't know, whatever temperature, you took them out, put them in pans, and wrapped them with foil.
Mhm.
Okay. I've never done this,
Yeah.
but what do you think about putting a cooling rack in the bottom of that pan and suspending it out of the juice?
I've thought of that, and I have one, but I have no idea what that stupid thing is.
Because
But if I find it back, I'm going to try that because I have thought that same thing.
I've got, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 of them things.
Do you really? Do
Yeah.
I have one? Because I cannot find mine.
Dude, Dollar General.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could just go to Dollar
But
General.
I don't know. I was watching your video Saturday or Sunday, whatever day it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder about putting a cooling rack so it would like steam the meat. But
Yeah.
So it's not just sitting in its juices.
Well, that's the thing and I don't mind it sitting in the juices, but yeah, you're definitely onto something. Like, I think I want to try that too.
Yeah.
One of these days I'm going to do one. I might have to do one before we do our competition just to try it. But yeah, like if you
There's
put it
gonna
in
be a
there,
lot of
the only
pulled
thing is
pork.
you'd have to be real careful with the cooling rack and not letting it poke a hole in your aluminum pan.
Yeah, double pan it.
Well, yeah, you can double pan
Yeah.
it. I guess it wouldn't be too big of a deal.
Yeah.
Only thing about that too is then you're putting more material between the heat and the meat.
Yeah, that's true. But
I don't think it'll be that much. I mean,
I
you
don't
may
think
have
it
may go
would
a
because
little
once you
longer, but-
wrap it, you're pretty much just trying to get the heat to bake it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
in a
Basically, what you're doing
sense.
is just baking it, but you're baking it in its own juices and its
Yeah.
own steam, and it really makes it like. Good God! Don't ever do that again. It really makes it like super juicy and tender, and I've done that with briskets, and my brisket come out just super tender.
Yeah.
But then I've tried it with wrapping it, and I'm like, it's got to be the wrap. And I know you see guys do that wrap all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody uses butcher paper,
Yep.
and every time I've ever used it, it comes out dry.
Are you wrapping it tight? I have learned that
No.
when I wrap mine, I almost have to pull it and yank it to get it as tight as I possibly can.
No, I would say it's.
I don't know if that does anything.
I
but-
would say it's. I mean, decently tight, but I don't know. I feel like the paper just soaks up the juice when I want the juice to really act more like
Right.
steam and
Yeah.
put that
I don't know. Maybe you're cooking
Moisture-
it too long.
maybe,
What the hell? Maybe you're cooking it too long.
Yeah, it could be.
No.
You know what's funny? Just because you say that, I gotta. I love the internet. I got somebody.
Oh, keyboard
here's
warriors.
Here's my keyboard warrior rant.
For some reason, people on the internet always win. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to be mean. I want to because I might get canceled for this. But I've always said arguing on the internet is like running in a Special Olympics.
Oh, it is.
Like there's
It
never
is.
one winner.
So,
you know what I
have
mean?
you
And I
ever
don't mean that in a
noticed-
bad way, but that's just how it is. Like it's.
Have
it's
you
kinda
ever
like a
noticed
participation
people?
trophy.
It's like they can't wait to comment.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Just save your comments.
hey,
I don't
here's your
give a crap.
comment. If they watch 10 more minutes into the video, there's the answer.
So Okay.
Here's how I'm doing.
So
this is why I'm doing it this way.
This guy left a comment. His comment was, "What's the word I'm looking for? ... Doofus." You watched a video called Dr. Pepper Ham. Like, what? At what point was I a doofus? You didn't like my Dr. Pepper Ham? I am so sorry.
I'm so sorry that you're not a fan of Dr. Pepper.
The best part of it, they say is, how do they put it? Bad publicity, still publicity.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like,
stupid comments are still stupid.
So my comment back was, thanks for the view. Because you still gave me a view out of it, so what do I care?
Oh, by the way, you didn't just give me a view, you gave me a comment, which actually raises me.
A little bit. Thanks, bud. I was like, why did you even wait? At what point in that video you were like, oh, I got a comment. This guy's a doofus. You're a doofus. Like, come on, bro.
And I guess I don't understand because I'm not that type of person. Watching this video, like, hey, this guy's just doing it, putting himself out there. What a doofus. I wouldn't do it that way.
You ever watch those videos where people, like, they're just making it take forever so you can keep watching?
Yep.
Because they want you to get that watch time in.
We were watching.
I watch those videos, and I'm always like, this is just one of those stupid videos. Like, they're just making crap up to just make you watch longer. I'm like, but I still don't comment on it.
We were watching a documentary the other day.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what it was on, but it was on Netflix. And
was it the John Wayne Gacy one?
No.
That one is freaking insane.
So, yeah. It was an hour and a half. And she looks at me and she goes, my YouTuber could have done this in like 20 minutes. She's like, they are dragging this out so long. I was like, well, they keep you hooked, I guess.
Yep, because they want you to see, because you want to see the ending of it.
But then,
we're going to do this. We're going to add this. And I'm like, this is the stupidest
so I
thing
go to
I've ever
YouTube
watched.
and start looking up documentaries. Yep, she's right. 20 minutes.
Yep.
I'm like, I just got the whole story.
Yep, exactly. That's how it goes, too. I mean, it's ridiculous, the amount of stupidity that's out there. But I cooked a ham, and this is how I did it. I'm a doofus. I mean, come on.
Hey guys, this isn't my style, but nice try. That's I just
I would have done it this way, but that's a good way to do it. Or just don't comment.
And if you take the phones out of people's hands, I don't think it'd be that bad.
Yeah,
I really don't.
There's a lot of dumb people in the world.
Oh my gosh,
there's a lot of dumb people out there, man. I'm gonna tell you.
So anywho, pork butt.
Anyway, pork butt. Use a binder.
Don't overthink it.
Use a binder. I prefer mustard. You can use any kind of mustard. I prefer mustard.
I just saw something.
Oh,
you probably saw the same thing I saw. But
oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Somebody used white sauce as a binder instead of mustard.
On a pork butt?
On everything.
Oh.
Because it has the mayo in it.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about that.
I'm going to try it.
I'm not a huge white sauce fan. I don't, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my go-to,
It's not everybody's.
Yeah. But it's
same
good.
thing
There's
as vinegar
it.
sauce, and it's not for everybody.
Speaking of mayo, do you think Kroger in Mount Vernon would have Blue Plate?
Dude, I have to order mine off of Amazon.
Do you really? Well,
and it's so funny. I'll get a message on my phone and be like, well, according to our records, you're due for another bottle. I'm like, whoa, okay.
I got 16 bottles of Blue Plate mayo.
I just opened my last one. I need to order another one.
I haven't had any yet. I haven't tried it.
It's good. It really is.
I'm going to have to try to get some now. I have to get on Amazon and get it.
So I'm not a huge, I don't know.
God, it reminds me of something else.
So I dip my fries in mayonnaise. Okay?
Yeah.
So the other day we went to, I don't know, McDonald's or something.
Yeah.
And I got a spoonful of mayonnaise, and I wasn't even thinking. I just, holy crap!
Oh, and you were like, oh, this is horrible!
Oh my god!
Yeah, especially when you're used to something different. Yeah, it's funny. It's like McDonald's, like each individual, like the cheese by itself, horrible. Put it on a burger, delicious. I don't know why.
It's plastic. We were in McDonald's drive-thru one day, and you know how they have the pictures on the wall of the burgers?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like looking at the cheese on it. I'm like, well, at least they took a photograph of that correctly.
Yeah.
Because that is the nasty plastic cheese.
Yeah. Yep. It does. It's horrible by itself, but you put it on a cheeseburger, it tastes great. I have no idea why. I don't know what the There's got to be some kind of chemical something that happens inside there that makes it taste good.
So addicting.
Because like you can get, remember cheese paper? Cheese paper used to be a
Yep.
big thing. You always eat the cheese off your cheeseburger off the paper.
Yep.
That was always the best. But you try to eat that cheese before you put it on the burger. It's horrible. It's just absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I couldn't do it. You can tell we worked at McDonald's.
Oh yeah. Dude, I would go back. I really would.
Oh, I'd do it for fun at this point.
Oh.
I mean, shoot, especially for $17 an hour or whatever they're sort of giving people.
What do you want me to do next?
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a second job flipping burgers at this time. Man, dang. It'd be awesome.
So, how did your kind of speed ahead? And, well, no, because this will come out. This will come out after your video.
Will it? Are you going to put this up next?
Well, won't that video come out this weekend?
What video?
Your chuck roast?
If I get it done, I haven't even started.
You're as bad as me.
Yeah, I know. I'm really bad through the week. I really need to sit down and work on it. I haven't even put it on my uploaded the video yet to my stuff. I haven't even done that. It's still on the camera.
How did it turn out?
It flavor wise was fine, but
Yeah.
it was dry.
Was it?
That's the only thing. I was like, it's just a little dry.
Not a whole lot of fat in it.
And that was probably the other problem.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot of fat. I probably should have got the one that was a little fattier because I did get the chuck tender roast
Okay.
instead of the actual just chuck roast. Because the other chuck roast,
So
they
it
had
probably
were
dried
like,
out pretty fast.
Yeah, the other chuck roasts that were there at the store were like really fatty, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
like the seal.
Well, my thought behind it was like it was probably gonna like fall apart.
Right.
Because I mean, it was just that much fat.
There was
'Cause
nothing.
there wasn't
nothing
anything. There wasn't.
connected.
Yeah, there wasn't anything that I was like, oh, I would love to cook that. I was like, oh,
Right.
I don't want to cook that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it probably would have helped if there was a little more fat in it, and I didn't really trim anything off of it. So, but it came out a little dry, but it wasn't. I mean, flavor wise, it wasn't bad. I still have it in the fridge. I've been eating on it.
Well, we got to eat.
On
How is your carnivore
Out of my
diet
carnivore
going?
diet going. Hey man, I am. The last time I weighed, which I weigh on Fridays,
Mm-hmm.
I was just shy of 10 pounds.
Ooh.
So 10 pounds, 2 weeks. It's not too bad. Although I visit the bathroom a lot. Dude, I listen to people. If you ever listen to Joe Rogan when he first started talking about how when he did it and his bathroom stuff, he ain't wrong.
It is.
It is not fun for the first
when we
couple weeks.
first started taking that green juice.
You were like, ooh, your body changed real quick.
I don't know when I ate that, but that had to have been like 7 years ago.
Oh yeah, there's stuff that you're like, God, was that just like part of my intestine that just came loose? Jeez.
So,
I think that was some bubble gum I ate in 6th grade.
are you a poop watcher or a poop looker?
Not really. Just sometimes.
I don't know. I am,
Just when I'm like, that one was weird, and I look down, I'm like, oh, that's why that was weird.
and that is why.
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
it's
I
not
don't-
normal.
Yeah, I don't feel good. I'm like, wow, it's green. No wonder I don't feel
Yeah,
good.
especially when you change a diet like that, everything just it changes, and
Yeah.
you're like, what the heck? That's why I said like it looked like a piece of bubble gum I ate from like 6th grade. Like that's gross.
Well, they always say it stays in your stomach 7 years.
Well, yeah,
I don't know if there's
maybe
any
it was from
truth
7
to
years
that.
ago. I probably ate a piece of double bubble 7 years ago that just now came out from eating the
All
carnivore
I can
diet.
say is do a colonoscopy. There won't be crap left. It is gone.
God, I've heard so many colonoscopy stories in my life. I don't think I ever want to have one.
Mine wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but I've heard another one that was way worse.
Oh,
Well, they had stuff removed.
yeah, I didn't. I think I had one, like, I don't know, whatever. They were in there and
Taking something out, taking a
a biopsy sample
biopsy or whatever. Yeah,
but
he
I
had,
don't,
he
mine
had like
wasn't bad.
polyps removed or whatever.
Like the nurse is like, "Oh, the hard part's over." I'm like, "Yesterday was fine. Like I took everything at noon and 3,
yeah,
and by 5 or 6 o'clock, I was done.
yeah,
Like there's nothing left in my body."
yeah.
So I don't know.
Ugh, I'm good. Anyway, let's get off the poop subject. Back to something else.
So
So back to pork butts. So
Back to
use a
pork
binder, get a good seasoning, make sure you cover it well.
just don't overthink it.
yeah,
It's
don't
just a
overthink
piece
it.
of meat.
Your best bet to start off with, and I still use a probe. I've used a probe in everything.
Oh, I mean that's a
But I have that stupid anxiety. I get fears about stupid stuff. I get the fear of like, oh, what if it's not done enough? Or what if it's overcooked? What if I miss something? What if
And
I do
here's
this?
my
That's
pro-
where my problem comes in.
I cooked some pork tenderloins a couple weeks ago, and I had my probe in there as normal, and it, bing, 180.
yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. So I take my instant read, 130. I was in a juice bubble. Oh, I was so pissed.
Have you ever got them on a bone?
No.
See, I've done that before. I've stuck it on a bone, and it's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I got it right in a packet of juice, I guess.
Yeah, you got to take it out and move it around, and then it'll be different, and you're like, well, that's weird. Because I mean, it'll be like 5 or 10 degrees different.
Yeah, you can't have it on the
touching
bone.
the bone or off the bone. So make sure you don't stick it on the bone.
That's what she said.
Or stick it on the bone, whatever. Anyway.
So yeah, I know. There's our worldly advice.
Aluminum pans, aluminum foil, wrap it at 165.
What do you take yours to?
206 for sure.
206.
210 at the most.
202, 203 is my lucky number.
Yeah. 206 is my lucky number. I choose a rep pull. But like I said, if
204
if you miss the 206 because you're inside, watching a football game or something, then
and your phone's not going ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I don't hardly ever use that one. I just use the. Well, I have so the one I use is Bluetooth.
Yeah,
the thermometer I use, and I hardly ever use it on Bluetooth. I just use it, but I don't ever turn the Bluetooth on.
I've got that thermodot.
Yeah,
and I'm the same way. I have to get up and look at it.
Yeah, I just go out and look at it. Well, most of the time I'm out in the garage anyway.
Yeah.
So I used to spend most of my day out there anyway. My wife's been hating me lately because the weather's been so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm sitting out there like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
We put our porch together. I put our porch together today.
Yeah.
Or our porch, our deck. So I've been sitting out there all day.
Yeah.
She
Dude,
comes home.
So nice.
She comes home from work. I'm like, you know where to find me.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been sitting out in the back or in my little cooking area. I got my nice chair.
That's right.
I got a big stereo in there. I have hooked to my laptop. I'm usually in there watching somebody stream or YouTube or Netflix or whatever. I got my feet kicked up, enjoying a nice drink.
It's just a good time of year. It just really is.
Yeah, the weather's just perfect. Although I look a little sunburnt. I don't know if you'll. I do. Let's do a little sunburnt in the camera, but it's wind.
Wind burnt.
Yeah,
Right.
It's because my garage is like a freaking tornado or whatever, like a
vortex
of wind. I don't know. It's something about the alley and where my house is positioned. It's just like the wind goes shooting right through my garage.
Yeah. Well, at least you don't have leaves in there. Just blows them all out.
If I do, either it blows it out or I'll blow them out because I don't like leaves in my garage.
I don't either.
I get very picky about it.
I'm so particular about that.
Yeah, I did a lot of cleaning and rearranging in there. So. But anyway.
When are you going to clean your grills, or have you already done your spring cleaning?
Oh, so we got to talk. God, I can't believe I forgot about this. I had a problem.
Did you have a science experiment?
No. That's funny. I forgot about that. No. So my pellet grill, I turned it on and started using it. And I got to thinking about it right off the bat. I was like, I haven't cleaned this thing in a while.
Yeah.
I was like, so I emptied the little tray or whatever, no big deal. Right. So I cooked twice that day. I had the pellet grill running twice that day. First day I was like, man, should have been smoke coming out of that thing by now.
Mm-hmm.
And I go look at it and it's just like filling up the cup and not lighting. So there was too much ash in there. So it just didn't light. I was like, oh crap. So I had to shut it off, empty everything out, turn it back on and whatever. I got in there and I didn't vacuum it, but I just I got like a little metal piece. I just went down and poked it through so it all fell out the bottom. So I was like, okay, we're good to go. Went ahead, did my cook. That night it turned around and I'm like, I should probably clean that. Nah, whatever.
It'll be good.
It's fine. I cleaned it out a little bit. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Turned it on. It was going. And I was like, something's not right. Like the temperature or something's not right. I was like, well, I'll let it go for a little bit. 10 minutes later, I come back, it says error. I'm like, well, I've never had that before. I was like, what's an error? And I kind of started looking around at it, and there's like smoke coming out of my pellet box. And I'm like, oh no.
This is new.
I'm like, oh no. So I was like, I'll just dump the pellets out real quick. So I put my bucket under there, or actually I got like a different bucket.
Yeah.
I dumped them all out, and I was like, okay, well, none of this is smoking. So it hadn't gone up all the way up the tube, but it had started to.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. So I let it go, and it was just pushing it all out. I've never seen one do that. Yeah, it was just pushing it all out, and it eventually I just stood there and watched it. Eventually, it pushed all the flame out.
I've never seen one do that.
Yeah. Then I had to wait for that to burn off, and then once it burned off, then I got the vacuum out, and the vacuum. I'm like, might as well vacuum all this out. I had to clean everything. So I need to take it apart before I use it again. I'm going to have to take it all apart. I got to clean all my probes because I haven't cleaned my probes in a while.
I take like emery cloth sandpaper and scratch mine off,
Clean them off.
and that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, when I went, the one that's, mine's got a couple probes, but the one that's up in like the cooking chamber, I went up there and I just took my wire brush and scraped on it.
Did
And
you
it seemed like it was
see
fine
on
then, but-
Facebook the huge ban on wire grill brushes because it'll leave those little itty bitty hairs?
No.
Did you see those pictures?
It's so aggravating. I've never had one do this. Like,
I haven't either, but
what are these people doing to this?
if I could spell here.
I gotta see this.
So there's like little tiny hair pictures. Mine has never done this.
Yeah, mine's never done that. Who? What are these people doing to these?
I don't.
Are you? Yeah. How hard are you scraping?
Yeah, how hard are you pushing?
I mean, mine get all matted down and stuff after a while, but I've never had one like.
Yeah, I don't know. They took a bite of a burger and felt like they swallowed glass. How hard are you pushing your grill brush down?
Yeah, I've ate some shady burgers before at people's houses. Let me tell you.
I guess I don't push mine down. I just kind of put it on there and just kind of rub it.
Yeah, I don't.
Clean your grills and this won't happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I just something about it. Like I feel like there's something out there that somebody's really pushing this.
Yeah,
and it's for a profit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're just doing it to complain. But
well, that's nature of the beast at the moment.
what are you gonna do?
You know, I hope in like, I don't know, 15 years we're gonna look back and be like, man, remember when everybody used to just complain about everything?
I don't see.
Or you think it's ever gonna get worse?
I don't see it getting better. I really don't.
I think it's gonna get worse. I really do.
I mean, look, it's just.
I feel like
going back to the stupidity of people.
Yeah, I feel. See, that's what. I'm not gonna try to get political, but like with the political stuff that's going on, like,
Yeah,
I feel like people are so stupid that they know everything's bad, but they're just gonna keep doing stupid things.
yes.
Like they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm like, that's what you did the last time and it didn't work.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you last time? Because
Yeah, it's just like you're so.
What
people
is
are so
that
dumb? People as a group are dumb.
what is it? The insanity or something is what's the definition?
Yeah,
of
what's the definition of insanity? Is to keep doing things over and over again, expecting
expecting
it
a
to
different result.
Yeah, the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
expecting
Guess
a
what,
different
people?
result.
Same thing
Mm.
happens.
Yeah, it's like that in everything, not just in politics, but it's
Yeah.
like that. Just,
We can go on and on for hours about
yeah, we probably could.
the
but
stupidity of people.
we can't because I gotta go.
So, well, in
We
that
gotta
case,
cut,
where
we
are they
gotta
gonna
cut this short because I gotta go.
where are they gonna find you?
Well, they're gonna find me at YouTube at NewBQ or NewBQ Backyard Barbecue, NEWBQ, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, NewBQ 2020. I don't use Twitter that much, but I do like to get on there and read stuff that people do. And TikTok, NewBQ Backyard Barbecue.
Cool. Well, if you want to connect with me, it is Fire Mission Barbecue on Instagram and.
Butts and stuff.
But if you want to connect with the show, it is Butts and Stuff podcast at gmail.com or Butts and Stuff podcast on Instagram and Facebook. So, guys, get over there, sign up for the Altamont Fire Protection District
Words are tough.
barbecue competition. So, guys, we'll catch you later.
We'll catch you next time. Bye bye.